Everyone, and welcome to the broadcast. We are here at MRL for Tier 1 action around France. This is round 12 of the championship. I put the standings up for you. With me, I have Alex Bitto.
Hello, everyone. We're here for show one, once again.
Yeah, sorry for the delay with the black screen. I got a bit distracted organizing everyone.
Well, we'll be now in just a few moments running up for this race, round 12 of 18. Verdicts of last week just published half
Yeah,
an hour ago.
these are the pre-verdict standings, Bitto, because I don't have time to update them.
Oh yeah, it's of course understandable. The update was just half an hour ago, so the verdicts were not able to change, but I can tell you that Richie won the Austrian GP from last week. Following him, Noel Carman, which was the winner on track. Let's say yesterday pre-verdicts, but still a really good result for the Haas driver, and Neon on third place there to complete the podium. As we had colors on the top four, Candy King on fifth place, Attila on sixth, Remco on seventh, and Freeware on eighth place. We are reading up now for this short qualifying here in France. 18 minutes, of course, as always. Alpine leading that championship with the really massive help from Jeffrey Ritchie, of course,
Yeah, he's
the
carrying
leader
them.
of the championship.
But we have some new drivers on the grid this race. Luke Smith taking over for Lewis. Marcus taking over for Kai in the McLaren. Wildy taking over for Taz F1.
Yeah, new names. Sorry, not new names, but um, actually known names here on the community. Probably new names here as full-time drivers. That's different. But we have as well that Ferrari. I don't know which is really the name. If you can tell me, that's Wildy probably.
Yeah,
No,
Wildy replacing Taz in AlphaTauri.
and the Ferrari there on first place. We
Oh,
have a
he's a
cat.
reserve driver from America's Tier 1. A very quick driver, Mr. Mew Mew, reserving today for Edu.
I like that name. I like that name. As all the drivers are already putting the tires on, I'll put there my spectator menu to know which is the tire that these drivers are going to select. Here in France, looks like a sunny day here this Saturday on France. Of course, Wednesday on real life. But there we have it. Remco and Putin, one of the first drivers following Jerne Dovzander exiting that pit lane.
Remco, one of the regular reserves in this tier, the full-time Tier 2 driver. But we see.
Indeed, an almost full-time reserve tier one
Yeah.
driver, let's say,
Yeah.
because he's always here, as you have said. Of course, we would be we would really appreciate if you can we can have any feedback of the audio here
Yes, we can get it
today.
sorted before the race. But I think it's okay because it was okay when I streamed with Cotters the other day.
Well, then I hope it is. A lot of drivers with those mediums selected on their box, but only Noel Carman, Weldy, Rhapsody exiting that box with that medium. So we'll see which is the strategy here. As far as I know, I think soft to mediums could be possible, if you can confirm that. But we'll see what the drivers are trying to do. A lot of drivers on the softs, so I think we will know at the end of the qualifying will be
The
which will be
mediums,
the strategy they
the
will be selected.
mediums is not a great race tire at this track. Most people would prefer the hard tires, which is a bit different from other racetracks where the hard tires suck. But around
A
France,
bit
they're
diff
okay.
a bit different for because normally, yeah, on this game it seems like the hires not working, but as the last game this year's as well, seems like France have a good attitude with those hards, which was a really common strategy on 2020 as well. Hards to medium, medium to hard, not utilizing those softs, but probably soft to hard, hard to softs might be the strategy here. I am with Yerney Dovzan now, starting sector 2. The first driver I think will be setting a lap for today's qualifying. with the DRS open now to the chicane of Sector 2, splitting that Mistral straight.
Mr. Chicane, I think it's called.
Should be. Should have sense. 49.4 is the time when he crosses the exit of Sector 2, now entering Sector 3. Really technical sector, really easy to overheat those front tires. Of course, you want to start this lap, this hot lap, with a really specific temperature to not overheat on Sector 3, but there we have it. It's Jerny Dobson now into the last corner with his teammate ahead of him. Don't know if the slipstream will be effective, but I don't think so. Now Jerny will be crossing the line to put the first time here, 28.8. We'll see if Remco was the one behind him, only 2 tenths behind, not even. Will be Wildly now with the medium with a
What a massive lap
30.0.
on the medium tires. Wildly, one of the newest drivers to this tier, taking over for Taz.
And Rhapsody only a couple of hundreds there, a little bit more, but it's really tight at the moment. Only 4 drivers setting those laps. I'll be on board with Domi. No, actually not Domi. Yeah, Domi. Now finishing his lap, as I think it was Agustin Torlaski putting himself into P3, 9 tenths lower than Remco and put on the same tire, and Domi now crossing the line, with it seems like it is another outlap for those softs. Vincent Nyqvist only 1 tenth behind the provisional pole sitter, as Attila and Pagel were putting their times. Noel Carmen as well, one of the mediums, only 2 thousandths behind Wiley, the first driver on the mediums at the moment.
Here comes the full-time Williams driver Max Johnson through the final 2 corners. See where he can do a bit of.
We'll see now. Oof, has a slip there on the curb of the last corner. Those mediums not having the best temperature, but it's a really good lap. It's 29.6.
But it must have cost him.
1 tenth ahead of Brainstew. That's an amazing lap at the moment, as Brainstew crossed the line moments before. But with the medium is a really good lap. 29.6, really competitive, the fastest at the moment with that tire. Neon with an invalidate lap. I don't know if that's on purpose, but Harry Marquez on the last corner going wide.
Almost invalidated there, Beto.
With that DRS usage, will be now when he crosses the line. It's P4 with that mistake given. Probably
that's a great
cost
banker.
him. It's a really good banker, but Jerny Dobson at the moment unbeatable with those softs. Neon now, I think he will be starting a lap, or probably going to the pits, actually going to the pits. The Dutch, oh, did he crash? Don't know. It was a really weird entry, but in my screen he crashed totally, but no terminally, thankfully for him.
On board with the Ferrari reserve of Mimio.
The Ferrari of Mimio, I was gonna jump as well to him. Doesn't seem like he's utilizing that energy at that moment at the exit of turn 10, entering turn 11. It seems like he has aborted that attempt, or at least it's not gonna be competitive. Low on fuel, might be that
it looks like
rolling back to the pits.
Looks like all the drivers are going back to the pits now to get ready for the second runs. Luke Smith and Farrell Dude are out though.
They are on their out laps now. Farrell Dude with the softs on that Alfa Romeo. Luke Smith with the mediums, who's gonna be starting now.
Luke Smith.
His lap.
He's back full time for the remainder of the season in the Haas, partnered with Noel Carlman. He was in the Haas last season also, Biddle.
He was indeed doing a really good result. We'll see Luke Smith now, a really fast driver. I really like him, how he drives and how he, well, the racing skills that he has, and in every situation. I think he's one of the best out there. We'll see what he does on the mediums at the moment.
And not only does he doesn't just keep that knowledge for himself, but he likes to share what he knows with everyone.
That's what I like. That's what I like, because it's a community at the end, and learning is a process for everyone, and he is always there to help. We'll see what he has on those mediums. The fastest at the moment was a 29.6 there for Max Johnson on P7 at the moment, who put it the softs for him at the moment. But the best lap from the Williams driver is that 29.6 with the mediums. We'll see what Luke Smith has now on Sector 3. as he has crossed the entry of that part of the lap. Now in turn 11, really common to go wide at the exit and have a little bit of oversteer, trying to correct the car going over the curb. Late apex for 12, and we'll see now another late apex here on the second to last
He
corner.
uses every inch of the track.
That's what the skills look like now, opening that DRS, low on fuel, but I think that's on purpose, of course, and it's P5 with a 29.3, 3/10 faster, than the time of Max Johnson with the same tires. Amazing lap to put himself in that top 5, only 9 minutes to go, but he has that lap on the mediums reserved for him, let's say. We'll see if that's the start,
Remco's on a
the
lap right now.
tire where he's gonna start, but it's gonna be interesting to see at the end of qualifying if these drivers who set a lap with the mediums gonna change that with the softs. We'll see.
Yeah, we will definitely see. On board right now with Remco, who's coming down the Minstrel Straight into Sector 3. He's 2/10 improved on his time. He needs to find a
Well,
bit
that
more.
that might be pole position at the moment if he can keep that gap, only 1/10 and a half behind that original pole position. There's a little bit of traffic ahead of him. I think that's could be Neon. We'll see. There he goes.
They got out of the way.
Building. Remco now facing the last corner. He's gonna be opening the DRS there at the exit. We can see the signal there on the left hand side. We'll see if he has kept that improvement, and yes, he has improved. It's 28.7 and it's 3/10 and even more improvement. Well, actually no, two tenths and a little bit more of improvement for him. Still has time left on the clock, and probably even time left on those softs. So we'll see when this session advance. Where do you think the pole position will be?
Have 28.5 or 28.4.
Yeah, I don't think the improvement might be bigger than that. I think it was Rhapsody now crossing the line to put the Mercedes on P4.
Domi's coming through the final corner now. So he needs a massive improvement.
Where's he gonna land? Probably they're on the top 5. There you have it.
A
It's
16-second,
29.1.
yeah, a 16-second improvement. That's pretty massive.
As Vincent Nyqvist, 28.5. That's already the pole position you predicted. Or probably a point 4. We'll see if they can go faster than that.
Yeah, maybe I
But really,
underestimated them. This grid is
yeah,
very quick.
is indeed very, very quick. I don't know which was the pole position for yesterday, tier 2.
We'll go on board with the Ferrari of Mew Mew.
Well, Max Johnson there he has put it, Tad Williams on the top with a 28.5, the same 10th as Vincent Nyqvist. Attila on the 28.7. The front row with the same 10th, and the second row on the same 10th between them.
And Mew Mew's invalidated his lap. Richie
Where was
about to
that?
start. Or he's coming to the line now.
Well,
Richie
and that's
goes
a pole
fastest.
position.
Yeah.
And that's a pole position as we are used to see. Jeffrey Ritchie on the top of the list on qualifying. I think it was Neon as well, improving to 10th place on 29.0, half a second behind his mate.
This grid is shaping up to be a very exciting race. The qualifying times are so close.
The gap between Jeffrey Ritchie and 14th place,
No,
it's only
Carlman.
8 tenths.
He's improved 1 second through Sector 1.
But he hasn't validated.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
I think it was in turn 6, probably opening too much that line.
Brain stew. See what the Mercedes full-time driver can do.
There he is on P4, now
Coming up
starting
to
on another lap.
the very technical section of Sector 1.
Oh, I think he has a board.
Yeah.
Oh, that's no.
Yeah, he has.
Has he? Yeah, I think he improved. I think he improved already. I think he was lower on that time, and now he has put the car on P4. Yeah, he has.
Something's wrong.
That's
The car looks so going so slow.
Yeah, but yeah, I think he did the lap already, and he was on. He is in lap
Oh
now.
yeah,
28.5 is not even a tenth between him and the pole position at the moment. We'll see Candy King if he's on a flyer. Doesn't seem like he's going to the pits.
I think he's
Harlem
still in.
Marquez as well.
Good enough for P2. Just misses out on pole by 100th,
We have the top five in less than a tenth.
and he takes an interesting line through turn one. We'll go off of him. Harlem coming
The
into the
gaps,
box.
those gaps are massively close. And more close, I think they're gonna be on the race with that DRS and that slipstream. That's gonna help drivers to catch up to the drivers ahead.
Brainster coming back to the pits to get new tires on to go out for the one final run.
Do you think is he gonna reserve a tire or going full throttle there
I
for
think he
the?
wants the pole position. Go out and set another lap.
That's surely a mentality I would expect from Brinsteel. Now jumping into Austin Torlaski, I think he's the only driver now flying on track. There are sector 2, 1.4 of the pole position of Jeffrey Ritchie, 29.9
And he goes
is the
flying
time
through
for the
the
Red Bull.
chicane.
We'll see now when he crosses the sector 2 line if he has found an improvement. Yes, indeed, 3 tenths and a half. That might be just ahead of Pavel,
Yeah, he needs a bit more
waiting
than
for
that.
waiting for that 17th place. Tintorlaski now attacking that 11th corner here on Paul Ricard. Into 12 to go. Looks like a tidy and steady lap. A little bit shaky probably there on the exit. Just trying to correct the exit that he had. Into the last corner now for Agustin Torlaski. Opening that DRS, going to the right when he's gonna cross that line to put the Red Bull into 16th place. It's an improvement of half a second, even more. And close to Luke Smith, who has only set one lap with that medium. It was a really good lap at the beginning of this session, but of course a lot of drivers have been improving since then. A lot of drivers now
Oh,
on
Wildy goes for a
outlaps.
spin.
When Harlem gets a penalty for that, really unlucky and probably damage as well
There must have
for
been contact
the.
between them because the game gave a penalty.
Yeah, he has damage. Harlem has damage at the front end. I don't think he will be improving anymore.
Rhapsody on a
And
lap coming through. I think he's the first driver on a flyer, besides Wildy who crashed.
we'll see if he has traffic that affects the lap. Now putting fifth gear to short shift and have better traction. Sixth gear even on that corner. I don't think he's flying. He's in 100% energy, Rhapsody. So probably 2 outlaps for his name now at this stint. We'll see if Domi is doing something similar, but I think he's using energy at the moment. Now at the exit of the Mistral chicane to the second part of the Mistral straight. Now improving 1 cent. Domi is. That could be just shy of the top 10, probably 11th place for him.
Vincent on a lap.
Depends.
He's going for the pole position. He's up 1/10 through sector 1.
I'll be watching Domi now as he ends that sector 3, and then we'll be jumping to Vincent. As you were saying, was improving a little bit there at the exit of sector 1, but could be enough that for pole position at the moment. So we will see if Jeffrey Ritchie can improve or the other drivers at the top fighting for that pole position. So we'll see now Domi as he uses that DRS on the main straight. Domi on 14th place is gonna jump to 9th place. We'll see if he drops off that top 10 when 1 minute
Yeah, and then he gets a very
is
good
ready.
strategy. He can start on the hard
Exactly.
tires.
That's what I mean. I think it's gonna be good for him. Only 71 milliseconds is improvement for Vincent Nyqvist at the exit of sector 2. We'll see if he has something on sector 3. Now he is pushing with that low fuel sign, which is the time gonna be a little bit, let's say, wide there at the exit of the last corner. Opening that DRS, Vincent is going. Has him? No, he has not improved. There on the last try, Vincent is gonna stay there with that time, 28.574. Jeffrey Ritchie invalidating, but probably starting a lap now. I think he is indeed gonna start a new lap. Jaren Dobzan has started his lap now, as he's on second place, and he's ahead on track. I respect
This is gonna be a
Richie,
very big lap from Richie.
improving only half a tenth this year. Dobson, the Ferrari driver, will see Richie when he crosses that part. Now, we're waiting there for Richie a little bit wide. Probably that's a mistake, but he was improving 1 tenth there,
Yeah,
so
but
it
it's
could be
gonna
a point
cost him.
four. Oh, Yarney has invalidated. Yarney has invalidated. He won't be competing for that pole position. Max Johnson has crossed the line without an improvement. We'll see if Prince 2 has something there. Who's in sector 3 already? A little bit of traffic ahead of him. I think that was Marcus. We'll see Prince 2 now. Into last corner he goes. 21, 22, 24. The time climbing. He has the slipstream of his teammate. Let's see if that helps. Actually, I think he aborted on sector 3. Now Richie improving 1.5 tenth exiting sector 2, and I think he has this pole position on his back. Only Jerny Dobson to cross the line, and Luke Smith. Luke Smith just behind him on track, but we'll see what Richie can do. We'll see which is improvement for the Alpine driver now when there are only two drivers competing for that pole position. Richie opening that DRS into the main straight. We can see behind him Luke Smith on the last corner. Richie doesn't improve, and we'll see Luke Smith. What he does is gonna be enough for Luke Smith. I think he validated,
Yep.
or I think he
Looks
didn't
like
improve
this will
enough.
be the grid biddo.
Well, nobody improving on the last atom. Think nobody on the top 10, or nobody on the top 8, sorry.
We'll
He
get a
improved
prediction.
that lap.
We'll get a prediction going in the chat. And also, I want to say hi to everyone in the chat. Hello to Kai and everyone watching the chat. This is Emerald Tier 1 action, round 12 of the championship.
And look at that grid. It's only 1 tenth between Richie and Brinstill, that top 5. And the penalty, of course, sadly for Harlem Marquez, who will be starting, I think, on P11. This will be the grid for today. Is Richie on pole position once again. Jerny Dobson following behind on the front row. Max Johnson on third place, and Vincent on fourth. Brinstill on fifth. Harlem on 11th, let's say, but he qualified on sixth place with a really good time and competitive
Biddo,
for him, really close to his teammate.
look how tight that top 5 is, within 1/10 of each other.
It's just amazing. I think we have seen this difference a lot of times here on Tier 1, but probably not that tight with so much drivers in between that difference. And I think it's going to be really enjoyable to see this race. We'll see, because the start, I think, with this close gap that they have, I think the start is going to be really important, as well as the strategy, because the gap will be really, as I was saying, close between them, and it will be really difficult to overtake if everyone has that DRS, that useful DRS that will be on the main straight and the back straight of the Mistral straight. I think it's the exit of turn 7 to turn 8.
Also,
So now,
turn 10, I think the right-hander is a big place to overtake.
yes, you can have a really good exit out of the Mistral chicane, and to have that slipstream and that energy usage that you can have towards turn 10. And I think it's going to be really interesting to see how these drivers manage as well that part of the track. Is interesting to see, because if they battle too hard at the entry of sector 2 and sector 3, probably they can lose the DRS and the slipstream to the car ahead. So they won't want to really extend the gap to the car ahead, because I think the DRS will be a really main character here on this race.
And make your predictions in the chat. Will Richie win this race from pole? Not a lot of believers. Spend
I'm
your
actually
coin.
intrigued. I intrigued by Luke Smith, what he's doing there on P17. Of course, he selected the hard. The top 9 on this race will be starting on the softs. Of course, 10th there is Rhapsody, who qualified, sorry, on P11, but with that penalty of Harlem, he jumped 1 place, as well as Remco, Attila, Domi, and Pagel. But Rhapsody there, the first driver with the mediums, will be happy with that, because it's a good strategy, I think, that he can pull on. Harlem Marquez, as we were saying, on 11th place on the softs, while on the mediums, Candy King on the hards, Neon a little bit lower there on the mediums. Nor Carman, Feraldud, Luke Smith with the hards, Agustin Torlasca with the softs, and on the last row, Memeo and Marcus Thol, I think he didn't qualify here in France, on the mediums.
It's gonna be an exciting first lap to see who comes out on top.
It's gonna be indeed. Gauzy, sorry, I was refreshing a little bit before we have this really hot start here in France. Seems like the weather won't be anything different that we are watching at the moment. As I think Luke Smith had well, something there that made him left the lobby, probably an ego dumper as we are used to see. The last driver now, Marcus Thol, going to the grid, and we are 20 now. As the lights start the sequence, it's 3, 4, and now 5. Red lights. Here in France, we will see the start of Richie. We will see the start of Yerne, who's just alongside him. This looks like a really good start for the Alpine driver. In third place is Vincent, and in fourth is Max Johnson. Bristol is just behind them, and Remco trying to put the car on the inside of the Italian. Not gonna work at the moment as Attila tries to overtake him at the outside of turn 3. There we go, side by side between Remco and Attila. Who's gonna be on top? It seems like Remco has the inside and will be protecting that one. Attila has to yield there. He doesn't have the position to win that. And now following Remco, he is Harlem and Domi exchanging position at the back. It seems like Candy King falling to the last place as Rhapsody had contact somewhere because he's down into 18th place, and Austin Torlaski with a massive start there on 12th place. A lot of drivers really close. Seems like Max Johnson one of them, and as I think Brainsteel gained that position with Max Johnson at the start, probably on the back straight at the exit of turn 7. Neon and Domi exchanging positions once again. Neon gaining 4th places from the start. Really good work from the Dutch driver now on the mediums. The first driver there with that compound. The moment he has 9 drivers ahead of him with the soft tires, but it seems like Neon is making them work. Following now Harlem Marquez, and with a really rapid pace, Austin Torlaski behind Domi. As we have an exchange at the back between Marcus Till and Luke Smith. Actually, Marcus going to the pits with those mediums, probably had contact with someone.
Yeah, we saw
Harlem Marquez.
we saw the AI of I think Luke Smith go for a spin on lap 1.
Well, that's really unfortunate because we'll see what is the condition of the car. Doesn't sound like the has any damage there. Meo there on 14th place, probably trying the move on Wiley. Not gonna be working now, but they were closing too much for Compter. For although the first driver to get a penalty here, and Marcus Thol, the first driver to pit, putting the the hards to try, I guess, to go to the end. There we have it. It's Meo with the slipstream of Wiley, trying it on the inside of that back straight, side by side between them. It's gonna be the best on the brakes. Is it the inside Meo, but the inside will be now for Wiley in the next corner.
Wildy was
side
later
side
on the brakes
side
there.
by side between these drivers. Once again, the energy usage for the Ferrari, but he will have the outside line for turn 10. Actually, he's ahead, fully ahead of that AlphaTauri, but the AlphaTauri can make it back, trying to look there for the inside of turn 11. Not gonna work. Really good overtake from the Ferrari.
Yeah, he's gonna have to wait until a better overtaking opportunity. Mew ahead for now.
Harlem, sorry, look at Harlem Marquez. He was trying the exit there for turn 12, almost doing that overtake on Pagel. Looks like Harlem has more pace, but he doesn't find the way.
He's going for it.
There he is. There is the way. A little bit of almost brushing those wheels between Harlem Marquez and Pagel. Well, he tried to open that door as Remco as well, really close on Max Johnson. Max Johnson losing places on these laps. Remco trying the outside and probably will be changing to the inside at the exit of turn 2. Max Johnson a little bit over the curb. I guess that could be a warning, but it was really tight between the white lines and the tires of Max Johnson. Look at the entry of Remco trying to attack everything he can. Max Johnson almost losing that DRS, who has been enabled just this lap, but catching it now as Bristol doesn't go so far from him. Look at Remco Look at Remco on that energy, that
Yeah,
exit for
massive
him as Max
speed.
Johnson. Max Johnson, I think, is suffering from overheat or something because he's not making those softs work. Remco up
Down the
one
inside.
place there for that sixth place. Sorry, fifth place, and Bagler and Harlem Mark is exchanging. Harlem finally made it, but that mistake, it seems that the exit of the chicane almost cost him that place. And look at the top. We have the battle as well for the top as Jeffrey Ritchie is defending from Yerny Dovzan. Lap 3 are ready from 27. And look, he's
And we have
trying to
seen,
lure
we've seen these two battling all season, Yurnay and Jeffrey.
since Bahrain. Since Bahrain,
Let's see another
that I've been
classic between them.
commentating. They will see because it's another duo. It's another duo that has been battling these 12 rounds. Richie on the top on the standings. Yorne just following him. Their DRS at the moment is for the Ferrari driver. Opening that DRS, not utilizing energy because it doesn't seem like it's gonna work the overtake there. But he's closing really rapidly.
Yeah.
We'll see if he looks for the inside.
Now he's gonna wait, I think.
Yeah, he's gonna wait. Surely it was a little bit because he wants the DRS for the back straight. It's more important to have that DRS rather than the main straight one because it's really short and you can get re-overtaken on that second detection zone and of course on that second DRS zone. We'll see now if he can keep that gap and try the move on the back straight. It's still the same gap between the top two. Really close on qualifying, really close on race, it's the same story. But not utilizing that energy now.
Going to
Look
Jonah
at
Martin.
Attila. Well, actually, look at
Oh,
you're
yeah.
lifting
Max
a little bit as a
Johnson.
plan. Max Johnson is really suffering.
He
It's
lost
really
another
suffering.
position.
I don't know if those softs are not work. Well, I'm really sure that those softs are not working on his car.
Here comes Harlem.
But and there comes Garlem as well. Yeah, on the inside, easy as you like. Not even DRS needed for that move. Just a little bit better exit. Attila low on energy, as I think we're seeing him blinking. Well, Max Johnson trying the inside now
Yeah.
for 11.
Max not giving this up. He's going side by side with Harlem. And this is
And
going to
now
open
it's
the door
12.
for Pajot.
Pavel's gonna be closing a little bit, and Neon as well, who really likes this one. He's on a really good strategy at the moment and really keeping the pace there up. We'll see Brinsteel as well closing to the drivers, the top 5 between DRS of each other. The gap is between Attila and Remco on 5th and 6th place.
But you're on fire today.
I don't know. I think I slept on the train when I was coming home and probably have more energy. And this race, I think, is giving me an extra one.
Yeah, it's very
because
tight right now, especially
It's
through
really, really
six
tight.
to
Look at Brinsteel.
look at
Look at
Bracelet.
Brinsteel. I think the exit is gonna be really, really interesting now on that turn 6. Vincent having a really good one. Closing the gap to Yerny Dovzan. Is he gonna try that move? With almost a full battery, the Alfa Romeo is.
Domi.
I don't think it's happening.
We're
Look
going
at
side
Harlem,
by
actually.
side.
Look at Harlem.
Look at this
Harlem.
battle.
And
Look at
now
the
Domi.
traffic.
Look at Max Johnson losing, I think, another place. No, it was Harlem overtaking Attila, and Attila closing. Well, Max Johnson closing to Attila. Do that move, and Neon going a little bit off track as he had to avoid a little bit of contact with Pagel.
Behind Attila, there's a massive train. Attila holding up a bunch of cars.
I'm on board with Domi, and you have to see this. It's just amazing. Max Johnson closing to Attila, and Neon closing to Pagel. Domi, meanwhile, watching this. Neon trying to find a way to put the car, and he has found one there at the inside of 12.
There are
side by side
cars.
between Neon and Pagel. Neon into P9, and he's gonna have that inside as well.
Pajot
Closing
losing
the
out on
gap
this.
Max, closing that to Max Johnson, and
Oh,
Domi
here
the
comes
inside
Matt
on the last
Domi.
corner.
Domi looking for the opportune move, but he can't get it done.
Ooh. It was text move. It was textbook's move. Sorry.
But look at
For
Augustin
Domi.
taking advantage of Domi's failed overtake, going side by side with the Williams.
Is he gonna jump there on the inside? Almost contact. He has to take that warning to avoid contact. And at the top, more battle. Look at Brinsteel. Almost trying the move on turn 3. Not gonna work there. Not gonna work there, mate. But almost. He had it. Neon closing the gap. I think the mediums are starting to work even better. He taps the rear twice of Max Johnson there at the entry. We'll see if that affects the Williams exit. But
The Williams
Neon
had a very
taking
weird exit.
Really shy exit for Max Johnson as Neon is gonna take that place. One more.
Oh, maybe two
and
cars.
Actually, for Attila as well, and the inside of turn 8, I think it is. Now contact a little bit as Neon raises the hand there on the cockpit. but he takes that place from Attila,
Two cars
who's
in
gonna
one
be
corner.
working. Look at Max Johnson. Look at Max Johnson, really close to Attila. As Brinstone and Vincent exchange positions, but I'm here
Oh, big
on
contact
board.
with Max Johnson and Attila, and there's a massive crash.
Ooh, Attila going really, really out as Max Johnson, as well as you were saying with that crash. Brinstone
Braced
and
Vincent side by side.
Oh, safety car. It's actually a safety car.
Yeah, that was a
Well, and
massive crash,
that's gonna
middle.
be a change. Yeah, yeah.
And
But
everyone's diving into the pit lane.
yep, that was really good time for the really good timing for these drivers here ahead because a
Oh,
little bit
big
later,
weird things going on with Neon and Harlem in the pit lane. Bit
probably
of,
lag spike.
a bit of
Who knows?
ghosting.
Yeah, I had the same with Vincent and Bristy. Who knows? We'll see if that's just a glitch. I don't think we have seen any penalty there on the top. Everyone putting their hearts except Rhapsody, who stays out. Everyone on the pits, everyone looks like he's putting the hearts. Well, actually, it's a really good strategy. Why wouldn't you pit? To be honest,
Rhapsody
just waiting
believing in the medium tires.
on another safety car, surely.
Rhapsody, he probably has a team of engineers right now in his head telling him what to do.
Well, Rhapsody ahead, Richie at the back, and everyone. Well, actually, Rain still with the mediums and Remco with the mediums, and they are not the only one. Luke Smith, Domi, and Noel Carman and Candy King. That does mean probably that the hearts are not going to the end. Do they think that
No,
the
they think the
hearts are not going
mediums.
to the end?
They think mediums can go to the end from here.
Yeah, I think that's a big stretch.
Well, they're going for it.
Could be a double stop, or you don't think so? Would be 18 laps of mediums. I don't know if that's too much.
Well, we're gonna see. Let's look at the position changes.
Yeah, let's look at that. Where is? There we have it. 9 for Rhapsody at the moment. Of course, he's leading because of not pitting on that
Remco's
safety car.
staying put where he started.
Yep. Actually, would be one up provisionally if Rhapsody pits.
Yeah.
Mio, I don't know if he pitted. I think he has pitted once, and he's
Yeah, he
there
did bit.
up in P9. Really good performance for him so far. The best driver there in terms of position change. 10 up,
And
as well
Max
as Luke
Johnson
Smith and Neon.
has lost the most
Really, really.
positions.
Oh yes, with that contact, surely they were gonna lose a lot. Thank to them, well, thank to God, sorry, they're still on the race because it was a big shunt as we saw there. I think it was at the entry of
Yeah,
turn 11.
if that happened in real life, the car would be completely destroyed, and they would surely be out of this.
Candy King, I think, is pitting as he jumps there a little bit, but now will be going down. Of course, that weird entry of the pit lane makes that happen, but Candy King, we'll see what is the tire for him. I think he was on the mediums, but we'll see if he puts the hards because of disbelief of those.
It looks like he put on used hards.
Yeah, looks like.
So he started on hards and then boxed for mediums, and then he's coming back to the hards.
Well, you have the pit stop served, and if you don't believe on the mediums, you can have always
Well,
that.
if he thinks that he can do the whole race on hards, then
Yeah,
maybe
because
mediums can do 18 laps.
yeah, but yeah, because that's the same stint. So if he finishes this race with those hards, would be like 26 laps of hards and only one of mediums behind safety car.
Yeah.
We'll see if he can do that. We can see if he can do that. He started on those hards, I think, yeah, because
Yeah.
otherwise they wouldn't be used.
Maybe he wanted a fresh set of hards and he ended up with the used set, not realizing they only have one
I
set.
don't, I don't think that. Well, probably could be the mistake, but it's a really weird mistake for a tier 1 driver. I think everyone knows that only one hard is available. Could be forgetting it. He forgot. But
Yeah, he forgot.
we'll see. We'll see where he lands. Safety car will be in this lap as the grid is packed, and of course Rhapsody will be controlling the pace of this restart with those 8 mediums, 7 lap old mediums.
And he's gonna have
The
Richie all over him.
Yeah. Of course, the hards are not going to be working, I think, at the moment of the restart. A little bit of temperature needed for that compound. And probably the traction is going to be a little bit poor on sector 1, but after that, Richie, I think, is going to be flying probably on the back straight. He's going to be attacking already. So we will see. When Rhapsody puts that pedal to the metal, the moment, still waving those front tires to get them up to temperature.
Let's watch.
Now
Here
I
goes
think he will.
Rhapsody.
Yeah, he opens there. He opens the steering there on the last corner, and he gets the gap. He needs almost 4 tenths between him and Richie. Not the best start for the Dutch driver on the Alpine, as Brinsteel catches a little bit the back of Jernej Dovzan. He's not attacking, but the mediums are gonna be working fast and fast. I think Rhapsody get there on the middle, let's say, of the strategy of Richie and Jernej to help his teammate, as Wiley takes a penalty there of 3 second time worth. We'll see if Brinsteel can capitalize on having his teammate ahead of the rivals. A little bit of shaky exit there for Brinsteel, but preparing the exit of turn 7. The slipstream and
Richie
that
going
uses of
defensive.
energy. Yeah, it's going defensive as Dovzan has the slipstream and Brinsteel as well. Brinsteel trying to go to the outside, which would be the inside. Now as he switches a little bit late of braking, a little bit of contact, and he has to save that car because it wasn't the best decision. A little bit of contact, and he has a time penalty after going off track. A little bit of contact between Vincent and Brinsteel, and I think was Remco as well involved on that one, trying the outside now, but turn 10 with Vincent. Vincent squeezing
Here
really,
comes
really good.
Remco, but he backs out of it. He was thinking of going 3 wide through
And
there.
now going to the inside, both with the mediums. Remco trying to overtake Brinsteel, squeezing him. They are side by side.
Yeah,
Good friends for
Brinsteel is getting
season
bullied right
4.
now.
And now Remco trying the under and over. Not gonna work at the moment, but Brinsteel has lost that position, trying to make that move stick on turn 8 with Jernej Dovzan. A little bit late on the brakes, cost him the 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 car
Cost him
exit.
everything.
Yeah, potentially.
He's taking 3 second
podium.
penalty. He got pushed
And
off.
as well that I forgot that one. But now Harlem Marquez, I think, is one of the drivers as well, closing there to the rival, but it's Neon. It's not gonna be easy.
Remco
But it's Remco.
takes a look. Oh, and he
Remco is
touches Mercedes.
He's kissing that gearbox of
Yeah.
Brinsteel,
He told
opening
Brinsteel, let's
the
get a move
entry.
on.
opening the entry to have a better exit. Brinsteel not liking too much those mediums. He had a mistake on the last lap of the exit. After look at the speed from Remco and put it on the back straight, utilizing that energy, putting the car side by side with Brinsteel. Is gonna have the inside now. Remco has closed that gap, that door with Brinsteel. Really late brakes for Remco and put in there, putting the car into P5.
And
Not
next,
sure he has to catch. He has to catch us. Look at Neon.
yeah,
Look at Neon
Neon.
there.
I was about to say Neon is going to be next on Brinsteel. Brinsteel's
Do you
the new
think
Max
Brinsteel has
Johnson.
damage? Do you think Brinsteel has damage? It probably could be some kind of damage, diffuser damage or something. He's going really wide on high downforce corners.
Yeah, he might have snapped his wing a bit when he made contact with Vincent.
Really weird to see the Italian with that downfall of phase. And Neon now with the hearts trying to overtake the Italian. Don't think he's gonna jump there on the inside of last corner, but he's gonna wait patiently. Now behind Brinsteel. Looks like it's the closest gap here
No
at
DRS.
the moment.
No DRS for Neon on this lap. He would have had the move done.
Not on the mid straight, but will be on the back straight now, as I think DRS was enabled. Look at the exchange at the back between Marcos and Max Johnson. Actually, Max Johnson went off wide, well, off track, sorry. Went really wide, and Marcos still got that place. I don't know if there was contact. I think Max has sort of damage there on that front end. That's gonna compromise him surely. Neon jumping back to him. Not really close to Brinsteel. But we'll see now on the back straight. I don't think he has that speed to catch him. But Harlem has a really good straight. Oh, sorry, but on my screen happened something. sorry. I think it was only on my screen.
Luke Smith.
Neon crashing into Brinsteel, but no,
Luke
didn't
Smith
happen.
all behind Harlem. Will he go for it? It's his turn 10.
Yeah, look at Luke Smith. Only 1 cent behind Alpine or Harlem Marquez. He will try the
Oh
inside
my
of the
god.
11. That could be beautiful. A little bit of contact there, going
He's-
over the curb.
He saw the seas open, but they closed.
Always That is a door that always opens there at the entry, but closes really rapidly at the exit when it's trying to find that late apex.
But did you see how glorious that door looked, Brains too? I mean, Biddle. Oh, there
Them
goes Harlem.
out as he touched the back part of that diffuser of Neon, and he goes there, I think, into the last place. I don't know if he has damage there on that front end, but I will jumping onto Yerney because that
Yeah,
top three are really, really close.
I'm on board with Vincent, looking at the back of your name.
Well, well, well. DRS enabled and Rich is behind Rhapsody. I think the hearts will be faster than the mediums at this moment. Well, surely faster than aged mediums, as is the case of Rhapsody. Look at Richie now, closing that gap a little bit more there at the exit. He has the DRS as well. I think he needs to overtake now. He has to put that car between him and Yerney. He will try now. Nope, it's not close enough.
They are following Rhapsody very close. Rhapsody's gonna have to box you to get off those mediums.
When will be the time for him?
I think lap
Will
17
be
or 18, maybe even later.
will he be compromising his strategy there to help Brinstew? That's another question, but Brinstew has 3 second time of penalty there on P6, and I don't think Rhapsody might be helping with that. But Rhapsody at the moment leading things on lap 12. Jeffrey going a little bit over the curb.
Yeah, Brainstew is in trouble. I don't think Rhapsody can even help him now. He's got Neon behind him and Luke Smith.
That's trouble, and even more with that penalty, and even more if he has some sort of damage after we have seen him losing a couple of fleeces. But the top three, well, the top 10 not changing at the moment. Yerney has to lift on the main straight to not catch Richie. It was really close and it was not enough to dive the car on turn 1, not a really huge braking zone. So he needs to wait for the back straight. I think Luke Smith is one of the closest there with Neon. But as we go to the back straight, I'll be jumping to Yerney to see if he has something on his hands. Or Richie there with the DRS, the energy ready, overtaking there to the lead, and Yerney will be following him. Rhapsody trying to cover that. Yerney now at the outside of the chicane. Will be having the inside for the next part of that corner. Ooh, but a big snap of oversteer there
Yeah,
for Yerney
Rhapsody.
can cost him the place.
Yeah, Rhapsody backs out of it. He came out. He lost 2 positions.
Yeah, he lost the positions, but look at Neon and Luke Smith now. Luke Smith got that move at the exit of turn 9. And now
Yeah,
Neon trying to get it back. Look at Luke Smith and difference of speed. Vincent as well, dispatching Rhapsody now for the podium. Luke
but
Smith going
Neon,
wide on turn 11, sorry, turn 12.
Neon's got used to the speed of Brainstew. Let's see how Luke adapts to it.
Oh yeah, that's really important to see, because if someone can't adapt to that speed, can crash into the rival and can be really, really massive. Look at the exchange now between Domi and Noel as well. There on the back, Agustin and Max Johnson as well, having another dance. But we'll be watching now, I think, is Remco, who will be the next to overtake Rhapsody. Look at the exit now, as I think is Wildy or Bagel pitting, or having a yellow flag actually in sector 1. I think there was contact between them. Nomi and another Carman, another exchange there at the back. But we'll see now if Remco can have that place back after Rhapsody not pitting.
Here comes Remco.
Now, there we have it. It's more energy for him, DRS for both of them. Remco putting the car on the inside. Rhapsody will try to hold that one cleanly. Really good defense from him, can help his teammate probably.
Very clean driving from these two.
Really good to see now Remco on the inside, better energy. I think Rhapsody is almost on 0. And there we have it, is Remco up into P4. And look at Luke Smith.
Yeah, he's got both Mercedes
And
and
look at that door. Oh, it's a move from Luke Smith now up into P6 side by side.
Oh, he's gonna cut both of them.
The inside. We'll try the inside.
Amazing
on the
driving.
Other Mercedes. 2 moves on 2 Mercedes, 2 on the inside, and Luke Smith is up into P5.
That is one for the highlight reel, Biddle.
Amazing, amazing from Luke Smith now. And he has not lost the DRS with Remco after all of that, and he's with the mediums. He's in a really, really good place. He started this race on P17,
And
I
the
think.
Mercedes going side by side with each other.
I don't think he's gonna fight it too much. We're still ahead of him. Max Johnson sending the fastest lap with a 31.9. Not having the best luck
Neon
here today.
Neon's probably upset about this because Luke has passed both Mercedes and left him with the Mercedes to deal with.
That's actually true. I think even Neon was on a stage of this race ahead of Rain Steel and ahead of Luke Smith, but Luke Smith just timing it perfectly. That's
Here comes
racecraft.
Neon. Let's see how patient he can be.
Yellow flag, and I think that might be Max Johnson into the wall at the exit of turn 6.
Yeah, it could be a safety car. Nobody's got the car going.
I think
Wait.
he can recover from that. But
Oh,
look at
contact.
Neon. Contact between them. Look at Luke Smith now with Ranko and putting at the inside of the back straight, and he's gonna take that P4.
Yeah, nothing Remco
It's
could do about that. Luke is flying now. He's made up many positions.
he moves in one lap, and he has 3 cars ahead of him with a difference of Sire, the top 3 on the hards. Luke Smith, the first driver with the mediums,
Vincent,
and look how much he has closed.
Vincent Wright, like basically connected to Urine from how
Yerney
close
had
it.
to lift. I think Yerney doesn't want to overtake Richie because he's actually lifting at the exit. Sorry, at the end of the straights. Domi and Noel exchanging there a little bit of contact. They are going wide at the last corner. Noel ahead, and look at who's that? It's Marcos Thol,
Yeah,
just ahead of Domi.
he's
Well, that
taking
was a
advantage of
really,
this. With the
really
two
bit harsh
cars,
between Noel and Domi.
yeah, he took. Marcus saw Noel and Domi battling, and he said, "I'll just take that position."
It was, I think, a little bit too harsh from Domi, probably from Noel as well. We haven't seen before. But Domi, the loser of that battle, now into 12th place. Marcos trying to find a way. Not gonna be happening. Marcos going a little bit wide. Now we're jumping ahead, as I think it's Noel fighting with Meo Meo now for that 9th place. The closest gap on that top 10 as Yerney tries there with Richie, and once again is not able to find the move. Noel not even close enough to put the car side by side. And this top 12 drivers still on the DRS zone of each other. Look at Yerney. Once again, trying the move on turn 11. Not gonna work. Richie covering that one as Max Johnson takes that penalty. Meo Meo and Nor Carmen exchanging as Meo Meo is on the outside of turn 11. Now at the inside of turn 12. Side by side, hards with mediums, and there's a spin for Meo Meo. Really unfortunate as Agustin Torlaski and Attila are able to avoid that one. But Meo Meo having the inside, I think there was a little bit of contact with the side boat
Yeah, to send his
of
car around.
Noel, and really unfortunate to fall from that P9 to P14 and probably even damage I think he could have.
Hopefully not, after losing so many positions.
Yeah, could be disgraceful for him. Now Marcos, 3-second time penalty. The teammate of Meo Meo fighting for that race win. 10 laps and 2 sectors to go as Richie crosses the exit of turn 6, now into turn 7. DRS open for Yerney, a lot of battery on to play with, but he's not using that. And look now, Richie not overtaking. Sorry, Yerney not overtaking, and look over to Vincent and almost hit the back of Yerney because he
Yeah.
didn't expect Yerney to lift that much. Yerney doesn't want to overtake Richie. He's waiting patiently.
It'll be
They're
interesting.
recharging the battery.
It'll be interesting to see what happens when Luke comes up to Yurnay. Will Luke go for the move? Because Yurnay doesn't want to overtake, but Luke probably wants the position.
Of course he wants. Look at the inside.
That door
Of
has
turn
been
11.
open all race for the driver with better
Oh, and
traction.
look at Sergio Alves lurking for it. Was trying to do the move. Vincent saving the car at the exit of turn 12. Correcting that oversteer. With that overheated, probably hard tire on the surface. And look at Luke Smith with those mediums flying on the back of Yerney doesn't, but Luke Smith doesn't need. Well, he doesn't. I don't think it's optimal if you're allowed to wait behind these drivers. You're on a different strategy. You need to push and try to extend that gap. Now with the mediums, because probably later on the crossover will be in favor of those hards as Neon takes a penalty that can cost him Probably podium. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
podium.
but Luke,
Probably point.
he's been forced to battle for this win. He's been having to fight through traffic. He had to fight through many cars to get to where he is now.
We'll see how those mediums go to the end. It's 10 laps to go. Rich is still leading things. Tierney behind him, and Luke Smith, the first driver with the mediums that are out there on P3. Tierney almost kissing the gearbox. Richie and Luke Smith not wanting to use that ERS because he wouldn't be able to overtake Tierney, as Tierney is on the ERS as well of Jeffrey Ritchie. So here we are, Marcus Sol, close to Noel Carman, on 10th place. Noel on a sandwich between the McLarens as Brainstew takes another penalty for his name.
Yeah,
And that's
so
surely gonna cost a really good position for the Italian.
yeah, look how close this grid is. They're all within half a tenth of each, half a second of each other. So a penalty is really going to cost you.
Surely Brainstew having two of that. Neon 3 seconds, Marcus with 3, Domi 3, Agustin with 3 seconds, Latila 3
Yeah,
seconds,
his
Wiley and
penalty
Harlan with 6
right now
for
with his
Elvis.
penalty, he'll fall out of the points completely. It's crazy this train for the whole race.
For the whole race indeed, we had that safety car, I think it was on lap 7, that
Look at the
made
Red
everyone
Bulls.
to pit.
The Red Bulls fighting with each other.
Well, I'm gonna jump to Luke Smith as he has got a good exit. We'll see if it's good enough to take that second place. He's at the moment on third one. Look at
Here comes
Yerney
Yurnay.
overtaking. Well, attacking is a way to defend as well. And Yerney has proved that one as he has put the Ferrari at the top at the moment, putting a car between
Oh, this
him
could
and
be a
Luke Smith. And
massive
Luke
move.
Smith, look at the exit, and could be a double as Richie pushes the energy as well to try to force that 3-1 on turn 10. It's gonna work, let's see. Look at the inside. Luke Smith on the inside as Attila has retired, and that's a sector 2 and sector 3 yellow flag, and a safety car on lap 19 as Luke Smith was trying to make that move up the
Yeah,
lead.
the safety car completely interrupted our party, but we were going to see Luke Smith go for the lead.
But we could see everyone paying for subs. We'll see. I think that's the key at the moment, and this is perfect for Rhapsody. Well, actually, not that perfect. He's on 16th place, but it's something. It's still something, and I think everyone will be bidding for those subs.
Yeah,
Will
surely.
be like 6 laps of green flag racing, probably 7. Amazing job by Yerney, timing it perfectly. He knew that he needed to overtake Ritchie, otherwise Luke was gonna overtake at least one of them. And almost was 2 of them, but the safety car said otherwise. And now Yerney leading things. Ritchie putting the mediums. I don't. Well, actually, at the beginning of this race, we saw Neon starting with the mediums and having really good pace, even though he was on mediums against softs. So could be working. Could be working. We will see. We will see what he has on his hands. Richie, I think, is the only driver who will be on the mediums now. Once we restart this race, because Max Johnson, as well as pitted from those mediums, I think Brinstil has spun, or at least teleport back some positions, because he's now into 12 as he was on 9th. Really interesting to see those exchanges. On the back, Harlem with a penalty probably of a illegal overtake loop, probably not on his control, but unlucky. Probably the stewards surely will be seeing that at the end of the race. The moment 19 drivers left. We're on lap 20. My name is Alex Vito from Spain, and next to me is Gauzy Egg from Canada.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is round 12 of the Tier 1 Championship. It's going to be a very thrilling race to the end on the soft tires.
On the soft tires, everyone,
Yep.
except Richie.
I
Gonna
wonder how
be
much.
battling all of them. That can cost him the podium, but that as well can be the win for him. Different strategy can always bring, well, interesting things because will be different than the others. So Now waiting for Max Johnson and Pagel to catch that safety car queue, and I think will be green flag on lap 22, as the safety car will be in on lap 21 most likely. All the race, I think all the race has been really intense, and I'm starting to have a little bit of problems with the boys, but I think I have still energy for these 6 laps that we will have now when the safety car will go in. Uh, well, I have enjoyed a lot this race, Gazi.
Yeah, it's been a very thrilling race, and they have it's about to be capped off by an epic finale.
We'll see if these drivers have patience there at the end, or if they are going uh, for everything they can. That can normally cause some concerns for other drivers, because that aggressivity could be costing places, could be costing damage, time, penalties for the ones that are fighting at the top, the ones that are fighting for points at least, and could be drama here at the end. The grid is packed there as we are on the Mistral Strait. Everyone burning fuel. They don't want to be overfueled, overweight. There, they are trying to maximize everything they can from their car, putting the softs to the window of the operating window there, the temperature. As I think we will have the signal there, safety cars in this lap, and we will be racing soon on lap 22 of 27. We'll have 6 laps of action, 3 of them without DRS, 3 of them with DRS if we don't have another safety car or another visual that can spoil our party. Jörny Dobson controlling the pace now of that restart, as we see the safety car fade out there at the horizon of our views. And now Jörny will be deciding when is going to be the time to put the gas on, still waving those fronts to get those into temperature into the last corner. Most likely going to be opening that corner. Or is he going? Yes, he's going slow. He's going slow again. He can take that decision to the line, and look at that restart from Jörny Dobson. Already 3 tenths. Well, actually, Luke Smith closing really rapidly. And look at Vincent Nyqvist almost side by side with Richie. And who's that? Is Remco. Remco attacking as well now on the inside of turn 2. A little bit of contact. I don't know if that will be costing another place to Remco. Or Remco just behind Vincent. Wow. What a restart. And Neon is just really close, but with a penalty on his name.
Yeah. Let's see. You want to battle to get as many positions as you can before the race finishes. Not many laps to go.
Then needs to overtake there Richie, because at the moment Richie might be the slowest of the top 5, to say the least. The Rhapsody and Max Johnson exchanging. Brain still lost 2 places there on the restart, and Harlan probably be overtaking as well there, as Candy King is really close as well. Candy King on the inside of Harlan Marquez. Almost contact between them, side by side on turn 9. And Candy King is ahead. Domi as well ahead of Harlan Marquez, as I think Harlan Marquez has gone a bit off. Do we have a yellow flag at the back? I think that's for Aldud, and Marquez has slowed down to everyone. Now into 18th place. Look at the top, because we have Luke Smith still behind Jörny Dobson. Vincent closing that gap, and a lot of really close gaps there on that top 10. Mio and Brain still exchanging, as Domi has lost a place with Max Johnson.
Neon and Remco side by side.
Oh, look at that. Neon took that place. And Noel as well trying it on the inside, diving onto the last corner, Brain still into the pits with a 5-second time penalty, and we know what is that. Normally is a retirement, and we have it there. Marlon Marquez as well, retiring on the pits, on the entry of the pits, actually.
Could be a safety
I think
car
it's crashed at the entry. Well, and the car is already retired, so no issues for that, but I think it was a crash into the wall of the, well, to the entry of the pit lane. Marcos, we're taking Noel Carman there for 9th place, but Marcos with a 6-second time penalty as Pagel has retired, and that's on track. That could be a safety car. Lap 23. Doesn't seem like it is gonna be one. But look at the exchange. It is Vincent and Richie side by side into turn 8. Vincent braking really late with those softs, with that extra grip on those softs. No DRS needed at the moment. Vincent gonna take that podium at the moment from Richie, who's waiting for the time of the crossover to make those mediums work. And Luke Smith will try. Look at that entry. He's really preparing the exit. But Yerney gapping him a little bit with the help of that dirtier as well, a little bit shaky the Haas will be. We'll be going to lap 24. Romeo taking a penalty on his name. Here's on P13. And that could be affecting him at least one place there with Rhapsody. Still no points on the fight. Neon P5 taking the fastest lap.
Richie
Closing that
on
gap
the
to
medium,
Richie.
yeah, on the medium tires ahead.
It's a shame, but Neon has a penalty on his name, and that penalty could affect him at least a couple of places. But he's trying to win the time that he has lost with that penalty. Try to compensate that. So we'll see. Now, Luke Smith, if he can do something. He's utilizing that energy, opening that DRS, slipstream for him. Yerney not even going defensive. It's really difficult to defend against all of that. And Luke Smith takes the lead of this race, starting on P17, and now into the lead. We're on lap 24. 3 laps and 1 sector to go, and he's improving 8 cents on that lap. Probably a potential fastest lap. Marcos, really close on Wildy. He's gonna try to do it there at the exit of turn 10, at the entry of 11, side by side between them. The Alphas are going wide. Marcos trying the inside line. Wildy will have a better exit. Good squeeze from Marcos, and he takes P7.
While in a battle for trying to get as many positions as he can. Marcus Remco, the only driver in this battle without penalties. Luke Smith goes fastest.
30.0. I think that's an improvement of 5 tenths in comparison to the time of Neon of the anterior lap. But now Neon are able to catch to Richie, both with really low battery, and Luke Smith gapping Yerney Dobzan. We'll see if Yerney has any answer. He has a lot of battery to play with, but I think Luke as well can defend that one. 6 tenths is the difference, and the DRS will be enabled for the Ferrari now on lap 25. He does have more options, not a lot of more options there to try to regain that lead. Not able to put even that car alongside the Haas. A battle there for 12th place between Candy King and Noel Carmen, as the Haas driver has overtaken Candy King into 11th place. No penalties for both of them, but look at the exit of Candy King trying that move side by side between them.
Neon and Richie well, side by side.
Neon and Richie at 11 and 12. Look at Neon at the outside. The grip might not be there. Look at the squeeze from Richie, but it's a bad exit from him. And Neon at the inside of 13. Braking, trying to leave the space.
Great battle between these two.
And Richie has to yield as Neon takes that place. Noel lost that place with Candy King as well. Meanwhile, and Yerney has recovered a little bit of gap there with Luke Smith. Only 2 laps to go, and he needs to try this time. He's running out of possibilities. Preparing that exit. Yerney Dovzan, almost half a second between both of them. The DRS will be for the Ferrari, of course, as his teammate is in the pits, putting a new set of softs, probably to the fastest lap. And look at Yerney Dovzan now to the inside. On the back straight, he takes the lead, he retakes the lead. Luke Smith is gonna try to prepare that to do the under and over. We'll see when he puts the throttle, which is the better traction, as Luke Smith gets a good run into turn 10, almost side by side between the Ferrari and the Haas. Luke forces the side by side, almost contact then as they're going to turn 11, preparing the exit there. Luke Smith is, but Jeremy takes that lead amazingly as we're facing the last lap on the few corners to enter
Yeah,
that last lap.
Luke's gonna have one lap to get the head of this Ferrari driver for the lead of this race.
It's going to be really, really close as we enter now the last corner of lap 26. DRS as well for Luke Smith now on the main straight. That will be good for him. We'll be closing at least a couple of times as Yerny tries to break the slipstream from the Haas driver. The braking of turn 1, the exit of turn 2. He needs to catch that Ferrari, and that's mandatory for him. He started on P17, he's on P2, he needs that win. 60% of battery for Luke Smith. We'll see the traction on 4th gear. Agustin Terlasky with a penalty. The energy for both of them at full disposal, and it looks like Luke Smith has the DRS, the slipstream, and everything to overtake that Ferrari. Jernej Dobzan gonna protect the inside. Luke's going to the outside. Now, of turn 8, side by side between both of them. They are leaving the space. Side entry for turn 9 for Luke Smith, as Jernej is just behind him, and the gap has been up almost to 3/10. Luke Smith retakes that leap. Low on battery.
What a good defensive. Yeah, what a good
and look
defensive
at Luke
move.
Smith.
He went all the way to the right at turn 10.
But look at Dobzan. He's not over. He's not over yet. Luke Smith going a little bit wide. Almost a warning there. But it seems like Dobzan doesn't have anything left on the tank. Luke Smith, after that retake of the lead on the last lap, is gonna take the win here on France. Really, really good work from Luke Smith from P17, driving flawlessly to the line with a little bit of desync, as Luke Smith didn't start this race controlling the car, but Luke Smith is gonna take the win here in France with Dobzan at the back of him and Vincent completing that podium. Richie stays on P4 and Remco on that P5. Amazing, amazing, and
Yeah,
amazing race.
Richie holding on the medium tires, making it work.
He made it work. He lost, I think, a couple of places, or at least one place with that strategy, but he had to risk it to gain that win. At the end, it wasn't like that, but it was a really good try and really good pace from the pole sitter. Wow.
What a race.
What a race. It was action-packed from the beginning. Miu taking the fastest lap from Luke Smith. It's not going to be 26 points for the Brit. It's going to be 25 at his return as a full-time driver for Haas. Exceptional drive from him. Driver of the day in-game for Marcus Stoll, as I think he finished on the points, probably on P6 or P7. But for me, and I think for a lot of people, will be Luke Smith from P17 to P1. Marcus doing a really, really good job to P7 from P20. And these are the results. Of course, you have to take notes of Luke Smith desync at the beginning of this race, which would be promoting him into P1 after that, of course, desync, that famous desync of the game. So it's Luke Smith at the top of this race, Jernej Dobzan on second place, and Vincent will be completing that podium. Richie on fourth, Remco on fifth, Nian in sixth place after that penalty being applied on his name. His teammate for the occasion, well, actually not for the occasion, but as a full-time driver debut. Marcus Hull on that 7th place, Mike Johnson on 8th, Agustin Terlasky, really happy for him. Those are points for Red Bull on 9th place, Wiley on 10th, Candy King on 11, Noel Carman, Fraldud, Rhapsody, Memeo Domi, Pagel, Prince to Harlem, and Attila outside the points, with Memeo taking that fastest lap. Wow. Wow. And now, as always, we'll have the interviews with the podium, of course. Will be... Well, was sorry, I don't have energy left after that amazing race. But we'll have, of course, the podium here on the interview room as soon as we can, and um, well, we'll be waiting for them.
Yeah, what a thrilling race. Let's not do interviews, but let's just wrap it up. We'll have America's Tier 1 later tonight in 3.5 hours from now.
Oh, you say you're the captain here. I'll be following. Tell me if there's interest or not. Tell me
No, we're gonna
what
wrap
we're gonna
things
do.
up.
So will be the outro there for MRL, and of course, as always, a raid for someone of the community. And of course, well, thanks for everyone who has
Yeah,
been there supporting today. It was a really, really good, really
it
good,
was like so exciting
fun
race that
race.
we lost our voice.
Yeah, I'm at my limit at the moment. But
Well,
yeah, this is everything I think for me today, Gazi. We'll see you next week. Well, not next week. Sorry, sorry. We have America's Tier 1, as you were saying, in 4 hours,
yeah,
something like
we'll
that.
be back in 3.5 hours for America's Tier 1 action. Thank you everyone for tuning in today. Have a great rest of your evening.